6, verse 22. The eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. What does this mean? Clearly, there's a spiritual component, but there's also the physical. Your eye is a reflection of your health. Still trying to you? All right, thank you. So we're going to be talking about a condition called glaucoma. Everyone knows glaucoma? All right. Glaucoma is a group of eye conditions that damage the optic nerve. What does it do? It damages the optic nerve. And the optic nerve sends visual information from your eye to your brain. So if that optic nerve is damaged, that ultimately leads to what? Blindness. Next slide, please. Now, take a look on the diagram before you. The diagram, the picture to your left is a normal eye. But let's take a look on the picture to the right. This is a classical presentation of glaucoma. So what happens? There's a buildup of fluid in front of the eye. And unfortunately, there's an inability to drain that fluid. What happens? It creates a pressure. And they call that intraocular pressure, IOP. What did I say? IOP. And that pressure over a period of time will damage the optic nerve. It's a very scary condition. Next slide, please. Now, here are some interesting facts about glaucoma. 3 million Americans are living with this condition. It is a second leading cause of blindness worldwide. Do not ignore this. Glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness, especially in black people. Glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness for people over the age of 60. Are you in your golden years? Amen. Unfortunately, there is no warning. You have no idea you have the condition, but it's progressively getting worse. And African Americans are 15 times more likely to be visually impaired from glaucoma more than our counterparts. Next slide. So what are the risks? There are certain risks that can promote this condition. If you're over 55, if you're black, Asian, or Hispanic, if you have a family history. My dad has severe glaucoma, so I'm more at risk. My siblings have glaucoma. I'm more at risk. Everyone, if you know someone in your family, you are more at risk. What if you're diabetic? Do you suffer from a lot of migraines? Are you hypertensive? That also increases the risk. Eye injury and even certain medications like eye drops can increase the risk of glaucoma. All right, so Brother Walker, all right, you're telling us about glaucoma. What should we look out for? Firstly, there are no symptoms. Oh, wow. You got me there. Secondly, as the disease progresses, you start to develop blind spots on your side vision. Do you notice you're seeing spots on your peripheral vision? That's a sign. The body is giving warnings. As the disease progresses, it affects your central vision, and that ultimately can lead to blindness. Severe headaches, eye pain, feeling nauseous, want to vomit. That's a sign of glaucoma. Blurred vision, halos, and eye redness. Are you waking up every morning with redness in the eyes? It's not because you didn't sleep, it's because you could be developing the condition. So what's the recommendation? How often should you test your eyes? All right. So if you're younger than 40 years old, they recommend that every 5 to 10 years. 40 to 54, every 2 to 4 years. 55 to 64, every 1 to 3 years. And if you're older than 65, pretty much every year, check your eyes. If you lose it, you can't gain it. So, Brother Walker, you listed all the problems. Let's talk about what we can do. Amen. I like to empower the people, right? That's what our job is. Firstly, what do you see on the slide? Nuts. What kind of nuts do you see? Almond, pistachios, walnuts. Thank you. Cashew. All right. So these nuts are rich in vitamin E, and vitamin E helps to prevent radical damage of the eyes. They're also rich in something called zeaxanthin and lutein. They're also very pivotal for eye health. So eat your nuts, Margate. Next. Next slide, please. Oh, boy. I need to stress this one. We're not eating enough vegetables. I'm guilty. I did my juicing this morning. They did a study of black women, which I really appreciate. A lot of the time the studies are mostly different races, but black women. 600 black women were studied. They found that those who ate 3 or more servings of vegetables per day reduced their risk by a whopping 80%. My. In the words of Nicole. Next. Next slide. Fish. Now, not any type of fish, right? Wild fish, not farm. Wild. Why? Wild fish is rich in omega-3s. And omega-3s help to reduce that pressure of the eye that we talked about. Now, what if you don't like fish? Everyone likes fish, right? No. All right. So what you can do is flax seeds or chia seeds. But make sure it's fresh. You ground it. You can add it to your soups, your salad, or a smoothie. All right? So omega-3s, people. Next slide. Magnesium. Magnesium-rich foods. Can someone tell me an example of a magnesium-rich food? The answer is right before you. Pumpkin seeds. Good for the prostate. Black beans, avocado. Why? Magnesium increases blood flow to the eyes, to the optic nerve. And everything is about blood. Life is found where? In the blood. Thank you. Next. Hot teas. I don't like tea. But I'm starting to like teas after this. What they found that people who drank at least 1 cup of hot tea daily lowered their risk of developing glaucoma by 74%. Wow. What kind of tea? All right, get ready. The answer is, do you know? Do you want to know? Green tea. And finally, and this applies to me. What do we see there? The first word, temperance. We are a society, we overindulge. And it comes with a price. One of the things I want to stress to you, Margate, is something called calorie restriction. What they found, if you restrict your calories, it actually reverses the aging process. And it can actually support eye health. The less calories, the more energy the body uses to heal and to restore. Remember, your body uses 50% to digest of energy. So if you're not digesting, your body uses that energy for repair, restoration, healing, reversing the aging process. So I want to leave you with one of God's promise. Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health just as your soul prospers. Thank you.